So your Turo vehicle was just involved in a pretty decent accident. Here's a quick breakdown of how that actually works when it's all said and done. You're gonna wanna make sure that the guest takes pretty good photos when they document it, and when you finally receive the vehicle back or you get to the vehicle, you're gonna wanna take thorough pictures of your own. Guests love to downplay stuff. So if a guest says there's a little bit of crumbs in the back seat, it's like crumbs, juice, cookies, all types of stuff. If a guest says, oh, there's a light scuff on the bumper, it's not. It's a whole scuff, and it needs to be like sanded and repainted. It's never what the guest says it is. Almost never. It's like 99.9% of the time, it's worse than what they say it is. So make sure you're able to take your own pictures. If that means you gotta get out there, if that means you gotta drive out somewhere, or you gotta wait for the vehicle to get towed back, or whatever the case may be, you're gonna wanna do that to protect yourself. It's not necessarily a requirement, but I strongly recommend it. So your deductible really depends on which plan you have. If you're all the way at the 90% plan, then your deductible is, I think, 2,500, 23 or 2,500. It's up there. So you're gonna be responsible for your share of your deductible. One thing I kind of don't agree with is Turo double dips, because the guest also has to pay whatever their deductible is too. It's not like that comes off your bill. So I don't know how that works, but I do understand why they do it. So not to veer too far off topic, but when things don't get paid, Turo's still responsible for it. So tolls or accidents or whatever the case may be, and the guest decides to just poof and cancel their card or whatever the case may be, they still owe you the money and Turo still pays you. So I get why they double dip in certain scenarios, and that money probably funds that. So it makes sense, but at the same time, now when you finally do get your vehicle in, you're gonna end up sending it to a shop. I recommend doing a little due diligence first. So shopping around, not necessarily for pricing, but for a shop that works with Turo. Because Turo uses what's called Snapsheet, and almost no auto body shop likes working with them. Snapsheet is notorious for lowballing. A lot, like insultingly a lot. It's not even like a little bit of a low ball. It's like, it's insulting. Don't worry. They're basically, if the shop you're dealing with is familiar with that, they already know how to do that, and you don't really have to middleman anything. You just bring them the vehicle, you explain the situation, and that's pretty much it. So the auto body shop will go back and forth and submit supplement after supplement after supplement after supplement. Snapsheet says, oh, we don't think this is necessary, we don't think that's necessary, we don't think this is necessary, and that battle is fought not on your behalf, but on the shop's behalf and Snapsheet. So they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Another odd thing is that when they send you the supplements or the money, outside of your deductible, they actually send it to you. They don't send it to the auto body shop. So you'll get a check. It's like direct. Like once you have to set up an account with this, and then once that account is set up, it's just direct. But as of now, yeah, it just goes directly into whatever account you have set up with Turo, excuse me. And then all the supplements just go directly into your account too. It's weird, but they pay you just so you can pay the shop. So make sure you get a shop. I can't stress that enough. You're gonna wanna ask around, whether it's in person or call or whatever, and ask if they work with Turo. Or if they have experience working with Turo, if they're comfortable working with Turo, and if they're a little bit unsure what you're talking about, you let them know it's Snapsheet. If you say Snapsheet, they're gonna know what you're talking about. They're gonna go, oh, okay, yeah. So it sucks, and it takes time. The funny thing is, what actually takes time is the back and forth with Snapsheet. So in that video, the pictures that I just showed you with my vehicle Sade, that car was done for a while. Like the shop already had it fixed, it was ready to go. They were just going back and forth with Snapsheet. So you could essentially just pay for it and then get reimbursed on the back end, but it leaves room for you to end up having to pay much more than you should have paid if you do it that way. But essentially, yeah, just, don't sweat it out. Make sure you're punctual with reporting everything. Make sure you document everything. You upload all those photos to the trip, to the claim. You do a little, due diligence and talk to these shops beforehand. Find your shop, get the vehicle straight to the shop, and from then it's in the shop's hands. It's not really in your hands. You'll get your vehicle back, as long as it's fixable. You'll get your vehicle back, and you will most likely have to call Turo and tell them to relist your vehicle, because they will automatically delist your vehicle. So side note, as soon as that happens, if your vehicle already has that same vehicle that just got in an accident, whether it's big, small, whatever, if it's gonna be down for a little while if you're taking it to a repair shop because of that whole process. So what you will want to do is immediately contact all of the guests that have for the future bookings for that specific vehicle. Let them know what's going on, and if you have another vehicle, great. Let them know, hey, I'm sorry, your vehicle was just involved in an accident. However, I do have a few other vehicles for the same price, or because of the inconvenience, I'm gonna drop the price down to the same price for you. You know what I mean? Make it nice for them, so that way you don't lose the business, because you're about to lose all the business that car was bringing in. Because once it's delisted, that's it. Nobody could book it. It's an accident anyways. Nobody could book it. So you'll want to do those things, because very quickly, all of a sudden, your vehicle is just delisted, and Turo automatically cancels all the future trips with no warning, no heads up. Now, it doesn't hurt your metrics, which is good, but they do just cancel the trip out of nowhere, and it looks like you canceled the damn trip. So, be proactive. If you do that, guests usually understand. I did this with Sade, and I think I had 2 guests switch into one of my other vehicles. So I had a bunch of, I'm up to now 12. I had 2 guests book switch into other vehicles, and then 1 guest just canceled, and then 1 guest didn't get back to me at all, and Turo just canceled it before they even responded to me. So it is what it is. But I was able to retain, half of my bookings. I only had 4 upcoming, but I was able to retain half of them, so I didn't lose out on that money. I still got it, just in a different car. So that's really it. It sounds complicated. It's really not. Just be smart. Contact your guests. Contact the damn shop. As always, I'm your power host, Craig, and I hope I can provide a better experience.